Welcome to the season premiere of season 25 of RGV Stars, live with Alex Arabia and Isaac Medina. Remember that RGV Stars is
the premier platform for showcasing Rio Grande Valley talent,
and the RGV Celebrities Place to Be. Celebrities and community leaders like our father and son duo here, Dr. Jacob Howell and Skyler Howell. Thank you guys for being here on RGV Stars.
Thank you for having us and allowing us to showcase our family to your audience here today.
Of course, and very active in the city of Mercedes because Dr. Jacob Howell is an educator, a public speaker, and author, and also the commissioner at City of Mercedes. And his son here, Skyler, is the board director of the Chamber of Commerce in Mercedes, and you're also very active in UTRGV, correct? As
Yes. The president of the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization at UTRGV.
Okay, and I know you've been also active in many organizations, and you'll share some of that throughout the interview. And today our viewers will have the chance to get to know more about you, your background, your education, achievements, obstacles, future goals, and anything else that you want to share. Sounds good?
Sounds awesome.
Awesome. So we're super excited to have you guys here, especially having the duel here. The
father and son.
dual father and son. So tell us a little bit about where you're from, what you do, and how does it feel to have your son following your footsteps?
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to thank Jesus for allowing us to be here and the work that you guys do showcasing local talent as well. So having Skyler, of course, he's one of my sons. I got many kids as well, but
a big family, right?
Big family.
Seven
But I can tell you that all of us are very active in the community, not only Mercedes, but in the Rio Grande Valley and different things. And I'm excited to see what Skyler's future is as well. He's I wouldn't say necessarily following my footsteps, but he's making his own path. And I always tell these guys the same thing: just make your own path. And that path is of service and helping the community and helping people. And I get that from my family. We've been doing that for many generations, not only in Mercedes, but in the Rio Grande Valley. You know, starting from my dad, my uncles, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. And I think that's where it comes from.
Tell us what you do and some of the things that you're involved with.
Well, first of all, I'm big on education. And I know you're a professor at STC, so education is very important to me and my family. My father was an educator, my uncles, and so we go out and do education in the community as well. Make sure that we service the colonias, the underserved neighborhoods in Mercedes, to give them resources to be successful. And to me, that's huge. That's something that I put I hang my hat on, and I take a lot of pride in doing that as well.
And was this always your goal, your dream, to be an educator, to be an author, a public speaker, or how did that start for you, that dream?
Yeah, well, I would say it wasn't necessarily a plan or something I envisioned. It's kind of like it was just something that I would say the good Lord just embedded in me.
And tell us about this book that you have.
So this is not the latest book, but it's the book that's out right now. The latest book is coming out this month. It's called 99 Problems, but Teaching Shouldn't Be One. It's an educator strategy book for helping teachers be successful. But this book is called Position Your Team to Win. It's a book on organizational leadership. There's strategies in here on business, entrepreneurship, different organizations on leadership. And so it's a great book. You can order it on Amazon and other booksellers as well. And I'm proud of this book, and especially the next book that's about to come out hopefully this month. Again, it's 99 Problems, but Teaching Shouldn't Be One. And I'm super excited about that book.
How many books do you have in total as an author?
So that book will be number 9.
Number 9.
In
the span of how many years? Sorry.
So in the span, I would say, about 12 years, 12 years. I've been active in writing and just trying to just get my work out there. My last 2 books were kind of based on some of my dissertations from my PhD and doctoral work, and also for my superintendent's work. I'm a certified superintendent and principal, and so I didn't want to kind of let a lot of that research just go to waste.
Yes.
And seeing the struggles from a classroom point of view as an educator, I wanted to put something to help my fellow educators and teachers and students.
And you work in Mercedes ISD?
I work at Mercedes ISD at the Mercedes Academic Academy and DAEP, which is their behavior unit. I am the coordinator of there.
Okay. And as far as being a commissioner in the city of Mercedes, how did that start, that dream, your role as a public servant?
Well, all my family has always been in public service.
Okay.
Even when my great-great-grandfather, when he got there, he was a minister. He helped people during the smallpox pandemic in the 1900s.
Wow.
And again, my uncles, my brother, my father, we've all been into public service. And so public service is very important and a big key. And so that's kind of how I got into it. I saw there was a need for service and in my heart, and I wanted to help people in our community.
How many years as a commissioner?
This is my second term.
Your second term.
Yeah, so it's about 6 years.
Nice. And how do you see the city of Mercedes?
Well,
Has it grown?
You tell me, has it grown? We have a lot of things going on in the city of Mercedes. We got the outlet obviously is growing. We have a boot barn coming in. We got the Chick-fil-A. We got the new, what's that?
Groundbreaking shops at Mercedes.
Wow. And what would you say is your biggest achievement and also your biggest obstacle in your professional career?
Well, the biggest achievement, I would say, just from an educator's point of view as well, I always like to put it on like my students, on the people that I work with. It's not so much about me, but if my students are successful, we're successful together. And to me as an educator, I like to see my students grow. I've seen some become doctors, I've seen lawyers, I've seen just your be good moms and dads, and to me that's big. And
It feels rewarding, right?
Yeah, that's a big achievement. I would say personally, when you can put the trophies aside and recognitions aside, but to me, those are the huge things, and obviously as well to see my kids become successful and great role models as well.
Awesome.
Definitely.
And what kind of advice would you give to someone who maybe wants to pursue a career in education or maybe community service?
Do whatever your heart desires. Education is key and big, but it's not only in the classroom. Education is needed in the colonias, it's needed in the neighborhoods, it's needed even in your own neighborhoods. You don't always need a degree. It's education is you could help deliver library books, help people read. You can do tutoring. There's all kinds of things, even being mentors. So if that's in your heart, follow it. Follow the dream. It was planted there for a reason.
And you have many roles. Is there one that you enjoy most, or it's equal love for all of those roles as educator, public speaker, author, commissioner?
I love it all because in the end of the day, it all boils down to public service, community service, and then again, it's not about me. It's about servicing them. Their success is my success.
Okay, and Skyler, we know that you also are very active in the community. You have done a lot of things, a lot of accomplishments. You have also a lot of future goals ahead. What can you tell us about some of the things you've done for the community?
So like my dad, I feel like I wear many hats. I feel like it runs in our family. Of course, as you mentioned, currently I am I'm on the board of directors for the Mercedes Chamber of Commerce, so I do a lot of good work promoting the local economy and making sure Mercedes is growing the way that it's supposed to be growing. I work currently within the city manager's office in Westico.
Okay.
I know Westico is also growing at such a rapid pace right now, and so to be able to be a part of that for me is so rewarding as well. And then at UTRGV, as I mentioned earlier, I'm president of the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization at UTRGV, where most of my work is to kind of uplift and build the future leaders of the community. And most recently, I was so honored to be appointed as the UT System SAC representative for UTRGV, which means 3 times a year I'm going to go to Austin now and advocate for over 150,000 students across the whole state of Texas that attend any of the UT institutions across the state of Texas.
Congratulations, that's a big accomplishment.
Thank you.
And how important has family support like your dad been in your life?
I'm sure he's been a big role model.
Oh, so
and do you use any of the principles that he's used in his book to apply it to real life?
Have you read all 9 books?
don't ask me that one, but I will say that before he puts out any of his books, he'll usually talk to me about it, and so I get to say I'm lucky enough to kind of be the first reader of his book, and so what you mentioned about family, of course, family, it's everything to me, and I think what my dad has been to me and my late grandfather as well, they've kind of served as like a compass for me to follow. And although I am trying to make my own path as well, anything I do, I recognize that it couldn't have been possible without the example that my father set and that my grandfather set. So family is something that I always keep in mind whenever I'm representing myself or I'm doing good for the community, because I'm not only representing myself, but I'm representing my family name as a whole.
Correct.
Awesome.
And right now you're in your last year, right? Seeking your bachelor's
Yep,
degree.
I'm in my last year attending UTRGV, and so I'm looking forward to not only finishing that, but also serving as best as I can within the roles I have at UTRGV as well.
I was gonna say, here's your $100 for the good cause.
What would you say is your biggest achievement and your biggest obstacle in your young professional career?
I think it's hard to say. I think, as far as achievements go, I always like to say my best achievement is the next one, right? I'm always trying to look forward, but I will say I'm very proud of the things I've done so far. At 19 years old, I was the youngest ever person to be selected as the Director of the Year for the Mercedes Chamber of Commerce at 19 years old. At 18, I got both my real estate and insurance license as well, so that was very rewarding for me. And then, like I said, most recently, becoming the UT SAC representative, representing over 150,000 students. That's an honor I take very seriously. So I think now for me is the time to just put my head down and work as hard as I can. And I think later on, I'll look back at some of my achievements and I'll be able to point out maybe which ones are most important to me. But for now, they're, those are like my kiddos, right? It's hard to pick a favorite one. I'm proud of everything I've done and also what my father has done as well.
And what are your future goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, hopefully, if I can be half the man that my father is and half the community servant he is, that's always going to be my plan. But I think for me, what's important is to just not put any limitations on myself, right? I like to, and my dad has told me, take things one step at a time. And I think in 10 years, I see myself hopefully doing as much as I can to help the community, and wherever that may be, I think I'm going to always be where I'm supposed to be. And I think family's going to drive that, and also my faith in God as well.
Nice.
Definitely.
So well spoken.
Yes.
Thank
you.
Like father, like son.
You
And
can tell
now,
there's a lot
speaking of the
experience
dad,
behind you.
now to you, Dr. Jacob, how do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Future goals?
Well, again, I would just say it's not so much where I see myself, but it is where I see the service of others. And if I can see my students and my service going and prospering and helping students in the colonias, in the neighborhoods, again, their success is my success. So I want them to go through college, be good role models in the community, and those type of things. Those are the things that I'm striving for. Not so much my personal goals. I feel like I've done enough, but my main goals is pushing them, pushing my community, pushing my students, pushing people that I work with to be successful, and for them to have future goals and success.
Awesome.
That's excellent. How about for the city of Mercedes? How do you
Well,
see the
City
city?
Mercedes, I can guarantee you that in 5 or 10 years, you're going to see a different Mercedes. It is growing. The Mid-Valley in general is growing and booming. But where I see Mercedes is I see them a big economic juggernaut, to be honest with you. Not only just they're in the Mid-Valley, but the Rio Grande Valley. We're in the center, right? Pinpoint the center. We are getting more attention slowly and slowly. And back in the day, Mercedes was the hub of one of the hubs of the valley, and the goal is to make Mercedes the hub again, in a different aspect.
Yes.
Against you have McAllen, you have Edinburgh, but and of course Westaco is very strong as well. But I think it has to be a regional approach. The Mid Valley joining forces, bringing in people from Austin, Houston, from Mexico, and pushing business and economic growth. That's going to be the strength, and Mercedes is going to be a leader in the Rio Grande Valley and in the state in doing that.
Do you see yourself seeking another type of office like mayor, judge, senate, congress in the future possibly?
That is to be seen. I got some. I'm in talks. Has currently. I know there's a re-election here coming up in May, and I'm in talks of certain things. I may or may not seek re-election because there's limit terms.
Yes.
But I would say that there is. I would say in the horizon, I will be back.
Okay.
All right.
Terminator.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
I'll be back. And how about for Skyler, a closing remark, a closing message for the fans, the viewers of RGV Stars?
I would just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me and my dad to speak to your audience today. And I think really the message of what we're trying to put out is that, right, it's not about us, but it's about following your passion. And so whatever passion that any one of your audience member has, follow that. And I think as long as you follow your passion, good things will come. And if it does come in the form of leadership or community service, I think you don't need a title to be a community servant or a public servant. I think you just need to have it in your heart. Yeah. And if you find ways to do your best, good things will happen. And so that would be my final message to your audience here, is just follow your heart. And if you're passionate about something and you care about something enough, you'll find ways to make sure you succeed at whatever you want to do.
Very well said. Well,
great message.
We wish you the best, more success and more blessings to both of you.
Thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you guys here.
Keep doing great things for the city of Mercedes and for the entire Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you so much.
And this was the season premiere, season 25 of RGV Stars, live with Alex Sarabia and Isaac Medina. Remember that RGV Stars is
the premier platform for showcasing Rio Grande Valley talent.
And the RGV Celebrities Place to Be. Until next time.
See you guys.
Thank you.